Hi, my name is Isabella Ward, and I play Adelaide in Guys and Dolls.
And I'm Nick D'Alessandro, and I play her fiance Nathan Detroit in Guys and Dolls.
I started as a ballet dancer, and then I really started getting into theater when I came to college. That's when I decided I wanted to be a theater major.
Well, according to my grandmother, I've been singing since I was a baby, but I don't remember any of that. Actual theater, I was in Into the Woods Junior when I was 11 in my middle school, and this is my 26th show.
We're going to get his entire resume
I'll just give it right now. So I was, no, but I was, 6th grade to now, and I, loved it ever since. I would say the hardest part for me so far has just been making time to make sure I have my lines, because there's a lot of them, alongside the blocking and the songs and schoolwork and all that jazz. It's just that finding time to make sure I have all of the lines together. I, honest to God, got a lot of them like in the 30 minutes before we ran Act 1, they blocked the opening song of this show, and I memorized most of the lines with her in the back of the house.
Yeah, I think time management is the hardest thing, and just not even that, but just for sleep, so you can be awake to keep the show going and have the stamina and to not get sick.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same for It's Sue Me. It's our song.
Yeah, it's our duet.
And it's fun.
It's our favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
I just want to be in Evita. I want to be Ava Perón so badly.
That's awesome.
That's just a killer role.
That's a good one.
I would love it. So much tango dancing.
Yours is so much simpler than mine. I have 3. Bobby from Company, Leo from the producers, and Bert from Mary Poppins.
I'm Ryan McCormick, and I'm playing Sky Masterson.
I am Kristen Soto, and I am playing Sarah Brown.
Sky Masterson, he's this other male romantic lead other than Nathan Detroit, and he's basically he's a well-traveled gambler. He's been all over the world, and he's good at gambling. He's a very lucky guy, and he's just kind of I don't know. He's romantic. He's kind of a bit of a womanizer and kind of a partier, but he's very smooth and very well spoken. And then he falls in love with Sarah through twisted Broadway-esque means.
And Sarah Brown is the sergeant of the Save a Soul mission, and she is just this clean-cut, straightforward Christian woman who doesn't play any games, and then Sky comes along, and it's downhill from there.
I love the 1940s era, and I try I address a lot the 1940s. And I like poker, and I like jazz music, and I feel like there's a lot of similarities. Sky was born in Colorado, and I spent a lot of my childhood in Colorado, so that there are little similarities that I have with Sky that I enjoy finding. But I'm not as cool as him. He's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, and with me, I'm not as uptight as Sarah, but I think one similarity we have is that we've both never been drunk before. So, but I'm not as uptight, but I'm not loose, so I guess that's how we kind of relate in that sense.
When I was a little kid, all my siblings did theater before me, so I grew up watching them, and they just did it for fun. They didn't really think they were going to do it in college or anything like that. So I grew up watching them, and then the first show I ever did was Kiss Me Kate. I was just in the chorus. But the first musical lead I ever had was I was Emile DeBeck in South Pacific in my high school. So that was the first real. That's really what got me into it, and I wanted to keep doing it in college.
I did a little bit of theater in high school. We're both music majors, but I'm more of a singer. But I did a little bit of musical theater in high school. I did Chicago the musical. I played Mama, and I did Spelling Bee, and I did some other things. But I'm more of a music major, so.
I mean, I gotta say, Luck Be Lady. That's probably my favorite. I really love doing that scene. It's wonderful. Just the energy and the adrenaline that gets into it, and it's such an iconic scene. It's one of my favorite songs, especially Frank Sinatra's version. I really love it. So I grew up listening to Frank, and so that's like, it always kind of hits home. So I love that scene.
Okay. I really like I'll Know. It's kind of like the turning point for Sarah, so, and for the whole musical, I think, for at least Sky and Sarah's relationship. So I'll Know is a very good song to sing.
Actually, my dream role was Sky Masterson from Guys and Dolls. I watched my brothers perform it when I was a little kid. They didn't play Sky, but they were in Guys and Dolls, so I always wanted to be Sky Masterson. And then I watched the movie and everything, and Marlon Brando, and I always wanted to do that. But other than Guys and Dolls, Billy from Anything Goes. That's my other favorite musical.
My dream role, I have two of them. Mine is Christine from Phantom of the Opera and Clara from The Light in the Piazza.
Hello, my name is Gianna Blasquez, and I am a junior here at Rollins College. I am a theater major and a dance minor. So, in addition to being in the cast as dance captain, I oversee any dance rehearsals we may have along with our choreographer. So I'm kind of her second set of eyes and ears for the show, and any corrections she may make, I archive them, and I make sure that the performers are taking her corrections and using them, and anytime that the choreographer isn't there, I kind of step in as the head honcho of the dance. I really love the crapshooters dance. It has a lot of energy in the dancing. There's a lot of tricks, a lot of flips, and so I really love watching that, and making it as clean as possible is what's going to make the number really pop in the show. Yes, I really love choreography, and I actually want to go into teaching, so choreography is right up my alley for that. So it is definitely something that I would love to pursue in the future as well. West Side Story has really influenced me as a theater person and as a dancer. My grandparents came over from Cuba, and so the whole idea of immigration and everything really spoke to me, and the choreography from Jerome Robbins is just absurdly out of this world, and it's awesome to watch. So that is what really got me thinking about being a performer and being a dancer in theater.
I'm Sarah Griffin. I'm a junior here at Rollins, and I'm the stage manager of Guys and Dolls. I'm kind of the mom of the production. I make sure that all the actors are showing up on time, that they all make sure that they go to their fittings and are showing up for rehearsal, that they know when to show up for rehearsal. During rehearsal, I take line notes and blocking notes with my two ASMs, and they're fantastic people. They really help me keep my head on straight sometimes. But just kind of making sure that the actors all have everything that they need. Getting rehearsal props and rehearsal costumes is part of the stage management crew's jobs. It's tough. I definitely don't think I could do it without my assistant stage managers, as they help cover me, and we each rotate days off a week. So when I'm not there, both of my ASMs are there running the show. I did a little bit of acting when I was younger, and then I kind of veered off from theater, and I tried other things in high school, and then I really didn't get back into it and start really getting into it until I got here, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do in theater, but I knew I didn't want to act, so I started doing some technical stuff, and then my dad suggested that I try stage management, and so I ASM'd a show, and it was a lot of fun, and I just kind of fell in love with it, and now I really want to do it like for the rest of my life. The music is fantastic. We have a lot of really good actors and singers and dancers in the show, so they all have really unique talents, and they're all super talented, and it's such a fun show. Even some of the more serious parts of the show are still, you find the comedy in it, and the director, Missy Barnes, is really great in pulling that comedy in those moments and making them work.
My name is Kathleen Captasooner, and I am the assistant director for the production of Guys and Dolls. if you're not in one show, you're acting in the other, you know, and when you're not acting in a show, you're backstage. So we really have a very family feel in our department. So I think that stepping into the role of assistant director was really interesting for me because I was thrilled. I'm a directing and performance emphasis, so I was able to really begin working on one of my passions and try to help the students really get to where they need to be, as long as learning from Missy Barnes, who is wonderful and a character herself. And the biggest thing for me was just finding that line of authority and not overstepping as well. And I am their peers, but I also do have that position of assistant director. So that hasn't been an issue, but that was one of the concerns I had, because sometimes when you're a student, you're considered amongst peers, and just trying to be able to take that authority. The other thing is we have a lot of different levels of experience. So we have some music majors who haven't had that much acting experience, or we have some acting students as well who haven't been in that many shows. So really trying to get them to where they need to be. But they've been wonderful. I mean, the other day I was just so proud of all the actors, especially Sky and Sarah, because we've been working a lot on their romantic chemistry, and it's like overnight it just really, they just took it to the next level. So it's like moments like that where you're part of the team as well, and you're cheering them on, and you feel really proud. That's why I love directing as well. So I would encourage everyone to see the Rollins College production of Guys and Dolls at the Annie Russell Theater. We are the oldest theater in Central Florida. We are a historic landmark, and by coming to our show, you're supporting our theater department, and you're supporting the educational opportunities of the future performers of tomorrow. Hopefully the people you'll see on Broadway and on your TV screens and your film screens. So yeah, you're investing in our Winter Park community, our greater Orlando community as well, and really funding the arts and really keeping that thriving in our community. I think that's a really important thing. So please come see Guys and Dolls. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll leave hopefully a changed person. I don't know, but just come see this classic reimagined. You won't regret it.